Privilege is having unearned advantages over others based on characteristics that society has deemed more desirable.
As we're going to be explaining on our poster, the dominant group is the one that has the most privilege. They have opportunities that the target group doesn't.
For example, white people often are not discriminated against by law enforcement officials and just the average citizen based on their race.
The target group is often oppressed and discriminated against.
Target groups are groups that are marginalized and discriminated against based off of characteristics that they cannot control, such as race or their gender.
In my own life, I see a lot of privilege. I see privilege as a male because males have more privilege than females in our current society. I also see privilege from a white perspective because white people have more privileges than other races in our current society due to the structure of it.
In my own life, I've noticed certain advantages that I have. For example, I'm white, I come from a well-to-do family, and I am physically and mentally able.
In my own life, I'm personally privileged because of the color of my skin, my family's socioeconomic status, my religion, and my sexual orientation.
I'm in a lot of privileged groups. I am in a middle socioeconomic class, I am white, and I am heterosexual.
Service learning is the combination of academic instruction, reflection, and service.
We did all of this through our community service project at the Rising Stars Community Center because first we learned about the difficulties faced by these families facing homelessness, and Prudence taught us about subsidized housing. And then we went in and we did the carnival with the small children and had a lot of fun. And then afterwards we wrote a reflection paper talking about what that meant to us and how we felt after that service project.
While watching the Hard Times Generation video, I was surprised to learn that nearly 1 in 4 children in the United States are considered homeless. It really just made me realize how lucky I was and are to grow up in a stable, loving environment with all my basic needs provided for.
I thought it was really sad that a lot of children actually blame themselves for their family poverty.
For me, one of the things I learned about inequality from this class was the total focus on the major population. For this, I am specifically talking about white people. For example, white people are the main focus in our media and through other outlets such as through Band-Aids, which are typically catered to the white population through their skin color, well, the Band-Aid's color, and through television and magazine ads and other such likes.
When I went to the Rising Stars Community Center, I had a really fun time hanging out with the kids and just getting to know them.
My experience at the Rising Stars Community Center was an interesting one. I got to meet firsthand kids that were in impoverished situations.
I really enjoyed going to the Rising Stars Community Center. I got to know a group of 2nd grade kids, and it was really cool to learn how there was differences in our lives, but at the same time we were really alike. A conscientious citizen is one who understands their privilege and uses it to help others. I'm going to use my privilege of being educated and the ability to be heard to make a difference in the world for those who are not in dominant groups.
I can use my privilege as an able-bodied citizen to assist others with disabilities that cannot use their body as well. For example, I could assist in elderly centers.
In order to be a more conscientious citizen, I'm going to use my free time, which I'm privileged to have, in order to serve my community through involvement in my church.